talk about some aerobic capacity assessments. In other words, these are estimations of VO2 max, which is our value that we care about when we're talking about aerobic capacity. So the first one, question 19 here, says that Steve made it to level 10 shuttle 8 of the beep test. Well, what does that mean for his estimated VO2 max? Most of you got this right, but if we go over to the beep test, where is our beep test? There it is. We can say that he made it to level 10, shuttle 8. So the VO2 max here would be, well, can't really highlight that. There it is, 49.3. That was easy enough, so we type in 49.3 as most of you did. Then the next question says if he is 38 years old, in which category of cardiovascular fitness does he fall? Now, I would have given two different answers to this. Many of you got this correct. We said, all right, he's a male, he's 38 years old, he made it to level 10 shuttle 8, which is in between level 8 and level 11, and so it must be in the very good category according to the norms of the beep test itself. Now, if you were to take the norms of the VO2 max and say, all right, well, if his VO2 max is 49.3, what does that really mean? Then you'd have to go down here to this table, which is the age and gender norms. If we said before his age is 38 years old and we know his VO2 max is 49.3, that is in the excellent category, right? Because that's in the 30 to 40, 30 to 39, so yes, in the excellent category still. All right, that's number 20. Then we go on to Uncle John. Now, Uncle John, I actually have an Uncle John, is 50 years old. My Uncle John's a lot older, and he's 190 pounds. My Uncle John's a lot heavier. He performs the forestry step test. Now, we know one major value that we care about is the heart rate response to that step test intensity. Forestry step test for him is going to be about 90 beats per minute, stepping up onto a 15-plus inch box or step. He's going to do that for 5 minutes. We're going to check his heart rate at the end. Ends up his heart rate is 140 beats per minute. We want to know what is his estimated VO2 max adjusted for age. Okay, so let's go over here to a forestry step test. Alright, so we needed to use a 15-second pulse count to find not adjusted for age yet, maximum oxygen consumption. What we're looking for here is the pulse count versus his weight. And if I said his weight was 192 pounds, it means we're going to go around the 190 mark. And the 15-second pulse count would be, well, what? We know his 60-second pulse count, and if you can divide 60 by 4 to get 15, that means you should be able to divide 140 by 4 to get a 15-second pulse count. So let's do that. Let's say equals 140 divided by 4. 35. All right. Good. So 35 is what we are measuring against 190. So it looks like we're at 42 right here, if I'm not mistaken. And we're going to bring that value down to the age-adjusted one. So a score of 42 with an age adjustment, because his age is what? 50 years old? Goes down, down, down to 36. So his estimated VO2 max should be 36, and so that's our answer here. Now, we want to know that while explaining the results of this step test to your uncle, you tell him that while he's 50 years old, he has the aerobic capacity of the average what-year-old male? Okay, is it the average 55-year-old male, in which case he's saying, ooh, maybe I'm more out of shape than normal and than I should be? Or is it of somebody less than 50 years old, in which case he could feel pretty good about himself and pat himself on the back? So we need to figure out what is a VO2 max of 36 or who has an average VO2 max of 36, really. So go to this scale over here where I talk about all of this. You have the average aerobic capacity of a 34-year-old, blah, blah, blah. Here's the age, and here's the average male VO2 maxes. And so we want to know, at what age does somebody have an average VO2 max of 36? Looks like here's 36, age 44. And so you can say, Uncle John, you have the average aerobic capacity of a typical 44-year-old male. You have the aerobic capacity of an average 44-year-old male, and him being 50 years old feels pretty good about it.